all have been watching this channel for any amount of time, you know that I'm a huge fan of ghost shrimp for Pompano bait, and honestly a lot of fish hit it here in the Panhandle. So I thought it would be a good idea to share with you all how I make my ghost shrimp shifter, and then from here I'll take it and show you exactly where I'm finding ghost shrimp, how I'm getting it, so that you can all throw it on your hook and use ghost shrimp to your advantage. You can see the components of a ghost shrimp shifter right here on my table. Pool noodle, you can pick that up pretty much anywhere. Zip ties. I have 3/4 inch PVC elbows. I've cut through 4 3/4 inch 1 foot section of a PVC pipe, and then this is 1/4 inch just metal mesh, and then the rope is, I'm just going to tie it to it when it's all put together. So let me show you how we do this contraption. I'm going to take the elbows and simply just connect them, make my square. I think the toughest part of making this is cutting that PVC pipe. You can use a handsaw. I like to use, I don't even know what they're called. What is it? The electric saws. Makes fast work of it. We don't need any sort of glue because that's what the zip ties are for, to hold it all in place. There you go, nice beautiful square. From here I'm going to cut my mesh and get that connected. We're going to connect this with some zip ties. You can use smaller zip ties, but this is just what I had. So I'm just going to go in here. Now I don't tighten the zip ties completely until I get it exactly set up the way I want it, just in case there needs to be some adjustments. But 3 on each side. Hey, trying to shoot a video here. See the nice fit? So at this point I'm going to take them, tighten them all, and just clip the length off. We've got the frame all together. It's not coming apart. The nice thing when you don't glue them is when the screen eventually gives out, you can just cut these zip ties, replace the screen, and you don't have to go to the hardware store and pick up more pipe. So that's why I don't glue them. I know some guys do. Now we're gonna take our pool noodle and get that cut up and in place. So you're going to measure from elbow to elbow and then just cut it in half. Now, little insider tip. I'm not going to throw this tiny piece of pool noodle away. I'm going to use it you can tie rigs around it and hook your hooks in there if you're transporting them for surf fishing. Metal, so lures, treble hooks, single hooks, it doesn't matter. This comes in handy. I use pool noodles often in multiple different ways for fishing. I'm gonna take the pool noodle and just cut it straight down the middle. Then I'm gonna take that noodle that I just cut and slip it around that straight piece of PVC. This is what's gonna keep you buoyant. So easy, you guys. Lambo? No. Filming with a short hair is not always the easiest thing. Right here I attached a rope. Simple. It's just a loose zip tie connected to just a rope I had laying around the house. This is gonna make the sifter stick with me. You can tie it to your belt loop, around your wrist, waist, whatever. But when you're out there getting the ghost shrimp, you don't want this floating away from you. You want it close by. The next step that we're gonna do is add more zip ties to really secure it. And we're just gonna go through. It's 3 on each side again, and really tighten it down. It keeps it all together and makes sure that it's not gonna fall apart on you. And we're gonna continue that across each of the 4 straight pieces. So you're gonna end up putting another, what is that? 4 times 3 is 12. 12 zip ties on total. And the very last step is just cutting it down. There you go. That's it. I told you it was easy, and it really is. It's inexpensive as well, and when you go to the hardware store and pick up the materials, you're gonna have leftovers. So make some for your friends as well. But it really does make getting the ghost shrimp much simpler, especially if you're out there doing it by yourself. I'll show you in the next step of the video, but when we're getting the shrimp, you're pulling up kind of muck, okay? And it'll dirty up the water. So before I started using a sifter, I would pump and then sit and wait until the water cleared and I could see those guys floating along. It also is great when the water's really moving and those ghost shrimp, as soon as you pump them out, start floating. If you're using the sifter, you're gonna sift the bait right into it and they're not gonna go anywhere. So it'll make more sense when we're out on the water. I'm on the sound side of Navarre Beach and I wanted to show you, this is so cool. We have the best community here. They have a Mermaid mailbox. And this Mermaid mailbox, what it is you can put treats and treasures to give to kids only, or this is anybody. Yeah, so you never know what you're gonna find in here. So you just take a treasure and then leave a treasure. Well, today I'm not taking a treasure, but I thought when I was getting out of my car to come pump some shrimp, hey, I should sneak some fishing stuff into this mailbox. So if you're in the area and you can find it, because it's secret, this is what I'm sticking in there. We got some packages of fish bites, some Real Coastal stickers, an assortment of rigs, fish bites, DS, Green Get 'em rigs is in there, and then I did throw in an ES lure. So there you go, you guys. Have fun searching for the Mermaid mailbox, and hopefully you get one of my stickers. Hunting for ghost shrimp is inshore. You can get them in the Gulf, but it's really tide reliant, and with the waves that the Gulf produces, it sweeps them out faster. So I always go inshore, I just have better luck. There's multiple spots in my fishing area. All you need is water and to know how to find these holes, which I'm about to show you. All right, let me point out where the ghost shrimp holes are that we're looking for. See if I can get my shadow out of the way. Here's a hole, here's a hole, here's a hole, here's a hole. I mean, really, all you're looking for are these mounds of sand with a hole in the center, because the ghost shrimp go in there and bury themselves. That's their houses. You can see they're prevalent all over. And it's like this throughout the intercoastal waterways. So bays, sounds, it doesn't matter where you go, you're gonna find them. Throw my freshly made sifter down. I don't have belt loops, so what I'm gonna do is stick it in my pocket. It's not a strong current right now, so it's not gonna go anywhere. And then we're gonna pick a hole and start pumping. Let's see. Oh, I already have one in my sifter there. See? So you see how this water gets all murky? It's because when they dig down there, all their poop, I mean, there's no other way to say it, their poop builds up, and it just, as you pull that water out and throw it, it's gonna murk up the water. That's what I'm talking about when I say they live in these, like, here, see if I can do it. See these tunnels of yuck? So as you're pumping, it's breaking up and dirtying up our water. That's it. That's the golden ticket. A ghost shrimp. Stinky, evil little things. They pinch you and it's not fun. Those pinchers look pretty small, but they hurt. Here's another one. And that was like on pump number 4. I am gonna add that you need to pump the holes more than once. I would say minimum 3 times. I like to do 4 or 5 pumps. Those ghost shrimp will go way down deep into the sand, so you really want to get as much as you can out. And when you pump more than once, there's a good chance you're gonna score 2 or 3 ghost shrimp from one hole, and less work is always better, right? So here's a good example of that murky water, and I know 100% there's a ghost shrimp in there. There he is. See how I have to sit and wait for him to come out? That is why I think using the sifter is so much easier, because you don't have to wait for that murky water to move out. I would be remiss if I don't tell you guys my favorite ghost shrimp pump that I found, and I've gone through the gamut of them. I've used the plastic pumps. They all work. It just depends on how well they work. The plastic one, the PVC pipe one, you can make yourself, or you can buy it at the local bait shops. They just don't last as long. I've had a couple different of these stainless steel metal ones, and they're smoother, they're easier on my old lady shoulders to get the pump working sufficiently enough to grab the ghost shrimp. But this, after many, is my favorite. It's Surf Fishing Solutions. They make them, you can find them on their website. That's just my preference. If you're gonna devote time and energy to surf fishing, why not have the best of the best? It is a little pricier than a PVC pump, but it'll last you, pretty sure, a lifetime. Oh, look at that big guy. That's a nice one. See, that's just grossness that we are battling. And that's also why when they pinch you, it's almost like an instant infection because they live in their own poo. As I'm collecting these guys, I have a bait bucket on the shore and I just throw them in there. You can see, right? I hope. The ghost shrimp for fishing on my next trip. With the ghost shrimp, how I store them is I have salt water from where I pumped at in the bucket. I'll leave the shrimp in that water and stick it in my garage fridge. Your family members might be a little upset if you stick it in the kitchen fridge. So if you don't have a garage fridge, I would leave it outside because they do get smelly. But they'll keep for 2 days and I just reuse them, or not reuse them, but you know, like tonight, I'm getting bait and they're gonna sit in my fridge overnight and I'll take them out tomorrow afternoon and they'll be perfectly fine. By day 3, they get a little mushy and really, really smelly, and by day 4, you gotta use them up because they're bad by then. But I give them on average about 2 days, so I'm not having to pump every time I fish. So here's my ghost shrimp that I worked so hard for this morning. I'm just gonna hook them through the tail, turn them around, and then hook them right behind the tip of his head. Those to me seem like the hardest spots on these flimsy, delicate baits. And then after that, I am going to grab the magic thread, and it is magical. It will hold these guys on, and hopefully a fish will find them enticing. As nasty as they are, they love to eat them. Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Pulling some drag too. All right. One pompano so far, so let's see if this is another or something a little more fun. It's gone a little sideways on me. Might be a nice pond. My drag is already locked down pretty tight, so I can't tighten it anymore. So I'm just gonna let him wear himself out. Come on, bud. Another pond. Whew, he's another keeper. Look how white. That's a nice size one. Dude, calm down. thought it was just ghost shrimp. Look how beautiful
He is so cool. Very iridescent.
Yeah. Ghost shrimp. No bites. It's getting foggy fast, you guys, so we're gonna run out of daylight quicker than I had even anticipated. Get them measured up. So cool. All right, again, we always measure right here. That's the fork. Do not measure at the tip of the tail or your measurements will not make FWC happy. So there's my fork on 0. It's right at 15. Nice keeper pump. Leave this guy out and get him in the box. Ghost shrimp really is an amazing bait to add to your arsenal for surf fishing. I hope you guys make yourself a sifter and buy a good ghost shrimp pump and get out there and get on those pumps.